Hello and welcome again to viewers of Good Morning DRC TV. I'm bringing you an update on the situation in the Democratic Republic of Congo. As I said before, that this is my commitment to you to bring you events and updates so that you are abreast of what is happening in the DRC. This is very, very important for any person and anybody who is interested in what is happening in the region. This very day, we are having President Tshisekedi, obviously, uh, having also being engulfed by what is happening in the DRC. He's looking for every means to bring peace to his country. He's looking for is touching basically on everything and speaking to everyone who can listen, so he can basically bring peace to the region of the eastern part of Congo. But as you would know, that I have said it before in my videos to say that it is absolutely of no value for the president going to talk to the people in Munich, in Germany. The meeting there, or the summit there, was to do with security matters. Unfortunately, the people that the president is actually addressing are the very people who are behind what is happening in the eastern part of Congo. At no point in my life am I ever going to come under the illusion that the Western world wants peace in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is just not true. I mean, when I say the Western world, remember, I'm not talking about the people, but I'm talking about the leaders and the governments of the West, because they feed off of what is happening in that region. They are the ones who are behind the most atrocities of the things that are happening in Africa and other nations as well. So here the president is exposing or talking about the situation in the DRC. He actually said just today, he mentions the fact that the person behind all that is happening in the eastern part of the DRC is called Joseph Kabila, his predecessor. His predecessor is the one who is backing Nanga, and his predecessor is backed by Kagame, and behind Kagame you have the EU, you have the Great Britain, you have France, you have the US, you have Canada, and you have the multinationals that are basically coming behind him for the natural resources in this part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. So I see it as of no consequence for the president of the DRC right now to go to them to ask for help, because it's not going to come. All the weapons, the arms and the bombing and all the logistics and all that Kagame is using is coming from the West. That's the reason why the man does not give a damn about what is actually happening, whether sanctions or what comes. He doesn't really care at all, because he knows that the people who are backing him are the same people who are promising President Felix Tshisekedi that they will bring sanctions on him. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a monkey at all. So, what is going to unfold right now as we are talking? I mentioned to you earlier on yesterday that Bukavu is now in the hands of the M23, is now in the hands of Kagame, is now in the hands of the EU and the multinationals. Forget about all the priests that you're seeing. Forget about, Nanga. Forget about all this. It's actually the multinationals. It's the EU. It's all these countries that are behind. They are obviously wanting to divide the country. They are wanting to get their hands on the precious minerals in this country. This is what it's all about. So please know and understand that as we are talking, Bukavu is now under the influence of Kagame, and what they will do is that they will force the president's hands in order to negotiate with the M23. And like I said, that I don't know. I don't know what will unfold, but the way it's going, it's not a good sign because the soldiers are not fighting. They are surrendering to the enemy, and I know why, because they all are corrupt, as I mentioned before. They're just basically buying these generals, they're buying all these soldiers. They're not putting up a fight, they're not ready to protect the institutions, they're not ready to fight for its people. It's just that the whole thing has been orchestrated. Like I said before, the MONUSCO, the United Nations, have played such a vital role in the fall of Goma, and they've done the same in the fall of Bukavu. And if this progresses, I fear that this is going to go to different villages, and it's a long way before it reaches Kinshasa, but it will eventually reach Kinshasa unless something is done right now. And President Tshisekedi must wake up and smell the coffee and say to himself that we must liberate ourselves and fight. Whether it means that getting, whatever he needs from China or from Russia or whatever, it's all about self-interest, but he needs to decide, he needs to be decisive. A lot of people are asking questions as to why is the president the way it is. We don't know, but we shall see what will happen in the coming days. Many thanks, and I'll come to you again.